Hey, so what's up, everybody? My wife made a comment that I don't make as many YouTube videos as much as I do the podcast stuff. So I figured I would just make this to show you guys what's going on. During this time of the quarantine and reduced hours because of the COVID-19, it's allowed me to do some projects around the house. The weather's not quite cooperated. We've had a lot of rain. And when it's not raining, the pollen count has been so high, it's made my eyes look like this. My eyes are puffy and swollen, and I have difficulty breathing because the pollen count is so high. Yay. But I have had this time to do some cool stuff. Today in particular, I went to Walmart, Lowe's, and the farmer's market and was able to find, in a mixture of the three places, what I needed for the back porch to make it look pretty. Ooh, so pretty. You hear the birds? Very nice. Anyway, I made a video. I was going to show my mom what I did today because she and I were talking on the phone. She's the one that gave me advice on which ferns to buy. Apparently, there's two types of ferns that are real prominent down here in the South: Boston ferns and Kimberly Queen ferns. The Boston ones are good in the shade. Think about Boston, it's usually like rainy and whatnot, foggy. Kimberly ferns are better they can take better sun, full sun. You do have to water them on a regular basis, which we do, but I called her just to make sure I was buying the right one. We have bought ferns in the past by buying the one that they sell at Walmart that just says fern. It doesn't tell you what kind it is, and they burn up. It's better to go to a farmer's market where they know what they're doing, or some kind of plant place where they know what they're doing, and say, hey, I need one that can take full sun. And if they have one, they'll probably recommend a Kimberly fern. So thanks, Mom, love you. Okay, here's one of the Kimberly ferns. I made a stand out of one of those cedar trunks. I put some screws around the outside just to keep it to where if the wind blew really hard, it wouldn't blow it off the thing. It's very stable. It's not going anywhere. It'll take quite a bit of force to make that fall over. It's very heavy. I also got some citronella plants. I put one in a planter up here. Got another citronella over here. Very pretty. These will be really good to keep the mosquitoes away. This is a knockout rose bush. My mom told me you drill holes in the bottom so that it lets the water drain out, because you don't want your roots sitting in the water, and then put some loose dirt, rocks, sand, whatever around the bottom to keep it from letting the roots get there. I told her I didn't have any pebbles. She said, go out there to your driveway and get some of that dirt in the driveway that's at the bottom where it all runs off. And then that's what I did. The way this is made, the bottom of the planter looks like it's melted over a cup upside down. So it's about 4 inches in the middle and about that big around in the center that it's just piled up. I put dirt up to that level, and then I put some potting soil, put the knockout roses in there, put more potting soil, packed it in real good. Everything looks wet right now because I watered it. I also put in a manvilla right here on the edge of the porch. I'm gonna let it run up this rail, and I'm gonna see how far I can let it go. That's gonna be kind of an interesting project to have this year. I planted more citronella right here, and I've got some more around the corner. I put one here because you figured this is the seating area. And then I put one here and one here, and that'll help with the seating area. And then we'll take you around front and show you the manvillas we have around front. I get a lot of people asking me about updates on the crepe myrtle that I made grow as a tree. How about that? This was a bush type crepe myrtle that just wanted to sprout out at the bottom with a whole bunch of branches in all directions, and I sort of forced it to grow together And it did in some spots, but over the years, I've just trimmed away branches from the bottom, like these down here that are starting to grow from the base. I just trim those away, and once in a while I'll bind them together again, and they just keep growing straight up. I want it to grow straight up and then straight out once it gets high enough. Anything above my head is high enough. But here's the two manvillas at the front. This one's not quite long enough to reach the railing yet, but it will, and it'll run up the railing. And this one here will run up the railing. So the roses are blooming as always. I gotta trim these back. They're getting way above my head. It's always a struggle to keep those ingrained. But yeah. Oh, and then we got the Kimberly fern up here. Isn't that nice? Kimberly queen fern. Very cool.